What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to On the Topic Of, which is a series every single Friday right here on my channel, where I choose a piece of video game news that's been in the spotlight in the past week or so, and I give my thoughts and opinions on it and let you guys know what is up. And this week we're going to be talking about a new live-action trailer for the upcoming game that's supposed to be released later this summer, I believe on August the 23rd, and this game is Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I must say, after watching this trailer, I am fairly excited about the game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, for those of you that might not be aware, Mankind Divided is the sequel to Deus Ex Human Revolution that was released on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC a couple of years ago, and a lot of people did enjoy that game, and I'm going to be very interested to see how the, fan base kind of carries over to this new addition to the franchise. However, this game has already had a rough time right out of the gate because of a tiered pre-order system that was originally going to impact the release date of the game, which is not something you really play with. Pretty much the idea behind it is that whenever a certain number of people pre-ordered the game globally, then the release date will be pushed back to, I believe, a couple of days before the actual release date was supposed to be set. So for instance, if the game was coming out on a Tuesday, the game was going to come out on a Friday if it reached a certain number of pre-orders, which was absolute bullshit. So needless to say, the game has not come out yet. It was supposed to be released on February the 23rd alongside Far Cry Primal and Mirror's Edge Catalyst, but of course Mirror's Edge got pushed back to June 7th, and this game got pushed back 6 months to the date to August the 23rd to give more time for fine-tuning. But part of me wants to believe that that was to let people forget the fact that they totally tried to swindle people into pre-ordering this game without having firm confirmation that it was actually going to be a quality title, which, mind you, we still don't exactly have. So now all of that's beside the point. What is going on in this new live-action trailer that was released earlier this week? A pretty awesome story, if you ask me. Pretty much, there are mechanically augmented people that are getting their bodies modified with robotic eyes, with robotic limbs, pretty much just increasing the performance of athletes, increasing the performance of humans in general, and making the lifespan of the average human even longer. It's pretty much that scenario where the miracle of modern medicine is advancing at such a pace, and people are adopting it at such a pace that it's completely changing humanity. And then people start to question, where do we draw the line? Are humans and humanity itself playing God? So now, of course, this is a huge controversy. Just imagine if it actually happened in real life, and in the midst of all of this, there is some kind of hack that happens to all of these mechanically augmented humans where they completely lose control of their minds and their bodies, and they start attacking those that are not augmented. So pretty much it's the robotic people attacking the normal people, and over 9 million people are killed, which creates kind of an us versus them scenario. You know, when are they going to be hacked again? Can I trust my partner? Can I trust this person? It creates a high tension kind of feeling between those that have had surgeries and those that have chose to stay natural and regular humans. It's a very interesting scenario that, like I said, if things did go wrong for some reason, you know, hopefully it would never happen, this could actually happen. So now that is where the Human Restoration Act comes in, which is pretty much proposing segregation between the Augs, which are augmented humans, and the Naturals, which are those that have chosen to maintain their natural forms and not do any kind of surgeries to improve their performance. And that's pretty much the idea behind Deus Ex Mankind Divided. At least that's what you see throughout the trailer. And it's very interesting how they present this scenario to you, because it pretty much subliminally follows the story of this couple. One, the man, is a natural and the other is an Aug, and so they still love each other. And at the end of the trailer, as you see her being dragged into this kind of segregation camp, there is still love in both of their eyes. They still deeply care about each other, which is where this kind of rebellion, as I like to call it, is coming from, which is pretty much a group of people that still believes there is some link in humanity between those that are augmented and those that are natural. There is still that basic being of a human that binds us all together, and that's a really interesting third perspective to throw into this entire story. I'm really interested to see where it goes. So now I'm going to say something that I did not actually expect I would be saying whenever this weird tiered pre-order system thing was first introduced a couple of months ago. I actually believe that this is going to be a great game, depending on if they're able to fulfill 2 of my expectations and almost 2 of my requirements, you might say. So number 1, don't do anything weird or janky with pre-orders or in-game currency or any kind of microtransactions or anything along those lines, because it is very possible that Eidos Montreal could include some of that in the game, so don't do do that, and that will fulfill step number 1. Now, step number 2 is to provide some awesome gameplay behind this very substantial story and really impact my emotions, because you have a good idea here, especially with the rate that technology is advancing in the real world, because this could be, like I said, something that we're very well might be dealing with in the next, I would say, 10 to 20 years, definitely in the next 50 to 100. It's going to be really interesting to see just how relevant this game is in the next century. The key here is to impact me emotionally. If you have characters that I connect with, combined with a great game behind it that gives me a lot of options for customization, personalization, ways that I can play the game, kind of in the way that Human Revolution did, where you could choose to just, go full guns blazing or sneak around and take out enemies one by one. If you do all of these things and create a great experience in general, then this could very well be one of the best looking games and the best playing games on the newest generation of consoles, and that would be something that completely and totally takes everyone by surprise, and that's something that I would personally like to see from Eidos Montreal. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I do hope that Deus Ex Mankind Divided is going to be a great game, and I do hope that 6-month delay does shine through in the final product, because it was supposedly for fine-tuning, so hopefully the game is going to be finely tuned. But for those of you that might be new to the channel, or you've never seen any of my other content, I do upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week, depending on the week, so there's always something new right here on the channel, and I am streaming live on Twitch a couple of days a week whenever I do try, and there are set streams every single Saturday, so of course links for all of my stuff will be in the description box down below. But as for right now, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.